Welcome back to They Call Me Uncle.
I was going to do that. Oh, scared the dog.
Oh, sorry, Jimmer.
It's okay. Welcome back. They call me Uncle.
I am Carter. This is Morgan. And somewhere abouts is a dog. Which brings us into our latest franchise, John Wick. Take us out.
We do a 5-minute, 5-star review. We've talked about it in a few of our videos, but we watched all 5 because we're including Ballerina, and really that's the one we saw the most recent. But we thought if we're going to do Ballerina, we need to score all the John Wick movies. So we did.
We're completionists, yo.
So Ballerina, one of us scored it high enough to be rewatchable. That's above a 3.5.
And the other?
And the other scored it...
Disagrees.
Yeah. So stay to the end, see which one of us went which way, and see what our recommendation is. We're also going to go through some coming soon things that we've got going on. So John Wick...
Got right in my ear, dog.
Keanu Reeves, this was kind of his resurgence.
Yeah, because he was like box office poison for like 10 years. And I always felt kind of bad for him because it was like the dead years after The Matrix.
He was pushing 50, I think, when this came out. And what it kind of reminded me of is Liam Neeson. I don't know how old he was when he did the first Taken. But that movie was huge. I've seen it multiple times.
Word.
With John Wick was just so good.
The Keanu-sance.
It set such a high bar for action movies going forward.
Yeah, it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it doesn't need to. What you see is what you get, and bless its heart.
I gave it a 4.21, which was the highest of the 3. Mason gave it a 4, and Carter gave it a 3.89. Those scores all put it as rewatchable and averages out to a 4.04. So
I reckon I know where our only 3 and 2 star moments were.
For me, there were only 2 weak moments.
I'm talking about when they killed the dog, man. Like that,
it was necessary.
Previously on, man. That's like one of my lines in the sand is killing dogs in movies.
Yeah, and that's...
It was necessary. I always felt like that was almost like a tacked on at the last minute, you know? Like, they had this entire movie in mind, and it's like, oh, crap, why is he doing this again? It's like, they killed his dog.
Bang.
And it just stayed there.
But overall, me giving it a 4.21, that puts it up there.
High praise, yeah.
Very good movie.
Yeah, what really won me over on that first one, I bet you feel this way, is when they first explain who John Wick actually is, and the guy's response is merely, ooh. Because, the entire criminal world knows there's a sea change out there.
Then we watched John Wick 2. Now, based on John Wick 2, apparently New York City is full of assassins.
Oh, of course.
Everybody in the airport is an assassin.
Everybody in the park.
You can have a shootout with silencers in the airport.
Yeah, but quiet.
Nobody notices.
That is not how silencers work, but every action movie gets that wrong.
And right now there are a ton of videos out there talking about the things that Hollywood does wrong with guns. And
give me a list of all the ones that get it right. That is a much smaller list.
They start off with silencers. I think the one I watched, it said it takes it from 168 decibels down to 148 decibels.
So it won't deafen you, basically.
It's still loud. I've never actually shot a gun with a silencer.
Me either.
But I know somebody that's got one. I'm going to have to try it out.
I got a brother-in-law. We all got that sketchy brother-in-law.
We've all got that guy. We know a guy.
We know a guy.
In Wyoming.
Of course.
The one thing that I really appreciated was Ruby Rose is in it.
Yes.
As this mute assassin.
Most I've ever liked her, honestly. Yeah. The only thing they needed to do to make her sympathetic was make sure she never, ever speaks.
Yeah. Don't they make a joke about she looks like Justin Bieber?
I think you said that.
Oh, I might have.
Because now I can't avoid it. Yeah, you say it.
She looked kind of like Justin Bieber, but...
Boy bandish.
When she finally runs into John Wick, it doesn't go well for her, and they did it really well. And they had set it up.
Yeah, with the stab, and he's like, yeah, if you keep the knife there, you might have a shot.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you don't.
In the first movie, the villain was good, and he understood his motivation. He was put in a situation he couldn't get out of.
Yeah, he had an idiot son.
Yep. But the second movie, they did a good villain.
Santino.
You wanted Santino dead.
Yes.
You wanted him dead bad. But you needed to want that because the consequences of his outcome ripple through the next whole movie.
It was a damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's what I really dug. I actually dug it better than the first movie.
Yeah, Carter's score went up. He gave it a 4.13, which is actually the highest of the John Wick movies for him.
I stand by that. Won't quite die on that hill, but I will fight for it.
Mine went down a little bit, but not a lot. I'm still up over a 4. I gave it a 404. Between our averages, it pushed it up on our overall scoreboard, which we'll show you at the end, up to a 409.
Nice. So, really helped the mystique of this character because, like, the first thing Franco Nero says is, "Are you here for the Pope?"
When he's getting his equipment for this assassination,
that part's good. That part's good, but it's also kind of hilarious if you're from Wyoming. Oh, you're wanting this koi second dish. Here, may I suggest something robust? And it's like an AR-15. It's like you recommended like the most common gun in the country.
Yeah. No, it was John Wick 2 stayed on par with the first one.
Word.
Sure.
And
then John Wick 3, which I'm going to quote one of my friends, Eric, and hopefully he'll watch this.
Artist depiction.
He termed it the John Wick Apology Tour.
Ooh.
And oh my gosh, the first half of that movie, I did not like that movie because you have created this mythical boogeyman. He's the boogeyman everybody's afraid of, and he goes around asking for permission and calling in favors, and all of a sudden he seems really helpless. But there's this girl, the adjudicator. I really wanted her to take a bullet.
Assassin HR department.
Yes.
That's all we need to say.
And it was
I don't envy people who have to write villains, because you have to write this character evil enough that you hope for their downfall, but you also have to make them to an extent likable. There's villains you hate, and then there's villains that make you hate the movie.
Yeah. When he goes through all this stuff and then cuts off a finger, and then as soon as he gets back, he immediately reneges on the deal he made. It's like, well, what was all that for?
Oh, and that would have been the perfect moment to just end it as a trilogy, because here you are, he's on the verge of death in the desert. He's got face-to-face with, like, the one that the high table fears. Mm-hmm. And it's like you could have pulled off the assassination of the century.
Well, I was hoping when he took one of the, like a chisel to cut off his finger, I thought he would throw it and stick it in that guy's head.
Alas.
That would have been so much better than what happened. If you watch Game of Thrones, my favorite character...
The real hero, man.
My favorite
He won Game of Thrones, I think, because he turned out all right.
Yep, from Game of Thrones was Bronn, who was played by Jerome Flynn.
You wouldn't know him.
Well, he's in this third one as an Italian.
The worst Italian accent I think I've ever heard.
Just let him do his own.
Until you are almost
his own accent. Mm-hmm. And then they throw in Halle Berry and these dogs just so they can make a joke about shooting dogs. I think that was the only reason. Yeah.
I like that, although it is a running joke in the franchise by now that, and like everything after the first John Wick is like, an establishing shot. Like, second movie, don't worry, dog is fine.
Yeah.
Third movie, the dog gets to fight back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Goes straight for the balls.
Now, so John Wick 3 wasn't doing well score-wise for me until Mark Dacascos and his crew.
He is great. I love him in that.
He's so good. I knew Mark Dacascos from Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Word.
Which is a French martial arts film. And
martial arts horror film, man. It reminded me of the Hammer movies, but he stole that thing.
But Mark Dacascos was the best one in it. I didn't know he was on Iron Chef.
He hosted that. That's where I first heard of him.
You know, and so anyway, the second half of the movie is salvaged by him and these other two guys.
Yeah, like, you know how action movies, or any movie really, has like the unlikely resurrection? Do that for Mark Dacascos. I would love him to come back.
It lifted my score to a 3.58.
Yeah, like, power to it. Like, I do enjoy when movies, like, kind of rally. Comebacks are sometimes better than outright triumphs.
Yeah. And it pushed Carter's score up to a 3.75.
Quite a drop, but...
So, yeah, it's a drop, but it kind of redeemed itself in the second half. I gave it a 3.58, which averaged out to a 3.67.
I can live with that.
Then we get to John Wick 4.
Oh, yeah.
The long one.
The long one, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It's never more epitomized how long it was. There's this fight where he's fighting his way up these stairs, which goes on for a long time.
Yep.
And then he gets to the top and gets knocked all the way back down.
And it's like a historically, famously long staircase. It's hilarious.
He fights his way all the way back up.
But this time he's got a buddy.
But I can overlook that. It was the best assassin in the whole movie was the blind guy.
Of course.
And I like that actor.
Donnie Yen, he's great.
There's a guy with a dog.
Always.
And he seems to be more competent than everybody.
The dog, yo.
I felt like they were almost trying to slip in a spin-off character.
Oh, that's what they were doing that whole movie. What bugs me most about number 4 is think very hard about that opening act in Osaka. What happens during that isn't introduced later? Like, you could cut that entire sucker out and miss nothing.
Yeah, this felt like two movies shoved together.
But the second of those two half movies, it wakes the hell up in the second half, and it is great.
Well, it actually scored the lowest for Carter at a 3.59.
Stand for that.
It scored it low for me. 3, I had a 3.58, but 4, I had a 3.59.
Ah.
It is 0.01 better than 3.
Like a single pixel at the end of one star.
So it, of course, averages to 3.59, which is still rewatchable. But, man, 3 hours.
Word.
Watch it in pieces. But then we got the spin-off.
To the spin-off we go. Hell yeah.
So, Ballerina.
The reason we're here.
We saw this very differently.
We did. And I will counter you every...
And then Carter will...
I will fight you every step of the way.
Well, a disagreement between us is 0.6 decimal places.
So like half a star. That's what disagreements between us look like.
Now, one, you've already got the John Wick bar set really high. Even my least favorite John Wick movie is rewatchable.
Yes.
And my favorite movie from last year was Furiosa.
In itself, a spin-off.
A spin-off. So I was really open to this being really good. I like Ana de Armas.
Her name literally means weapons. Armas.
Oh.
Spanish for guns.
One, I give her credit. You could tell that she was in the fight scenes.
Like, she put in the work.
She did. She just gets the crap beat out of her.
Oh, yeah.
and just gets up and keeps going.
But I didn't mind that because at the very beginning of the movie, when she's being trained, like they're very open about that. You are going to be smaller than basically everyone you ever fight, so you have to fight dirty. You were almost concerned for her safety. She was really plot armored, but no more than any other one. Well, I mean, John Wick himself is like the lapel of invincibility.
Yes. But what was her one go-to move that was fighting dirty?
Oh, yeah. The nut shot.
Yes.
The whole franchise is like, in John Wick 2, man, he punches like nuts like 4 times in like the first opening gambit.
There's a scene where she is fighting with this girl and they are smashing plates over each other's heads.
Oh, that was hilarious.
And that was hilarious.
Because there's a gun under there somewhere and they just keep smashing every plate.
There were a couple moments that just really threw it off for me. One, they do have John Wick in the movie, but
sparingly.
They set this movie between John Wick 3 and 4, and the parts they show at first of John Wick are the parts I didn't like from 3. Yeah. They show parts of the apology tour. So there is a actor/stunt guy named Daniel Bernhardt. When you see him, you know you're in for an epic fight.
Oh, yeah.
In John Wick 1, they get in a fight in a nightclub, and it is the only time you kind of felt like John Wick might lose.
Oh, yeah, he gets his ass handed to him.
This guy is so good. Now...
Oh, Atomic Blonde, though.
But Atomic Blonde, that is one of the best fight scenes between him and Charlize Theron. Yeah. It is brutal.
Like, they have to take a breather midway through. And I'm not convinced that was in the script. I'm convinced they were both legit gassed and like, keep rolling.
But I'm expecting this to be the big epic fight set piece, and it just wasn't. And I was disappointed. This is a really cool concept. She went to a town that is full of well-armed assassins.
They got rusty in retirement, obviously. Like you pointed it out, now I can't unsee it. It's like take a shot in that movie every time someone has a gun and rushes her. You might as well have just thrown the thing.
But then the villain, the main bad guy, Gabriel Byrne, he goes on this rant about we're going to go to war and we're going to do all this. Well, they can't even stop one girl.
Yeah.
So, not only that...
Like, how do you lose her? It's like a one-road town.
Yeah.
Although the way they approached, like, John Wick himself hunting her down is they gave him a decent reason to not kill her. And even when they do fight, I never felt like they overpowered her or depowered him. Because at least 3 different points, he has a gun in her face and makes it clear, I could kill you, but I'm just... not going to. Like, they handled that better than I expected, actually.
Yeah. And then when they finally have their showdown, it was so anticlimactic and so predictable.
With the exception of that flamethrower fight, I would just have that as my screensaver. I love that. That was my 5-star moment.
That was new, yes. Carter and I were talking, this idea of having a town or a village full of people and one person taking them on. The first Chuck Norris movie I ever saw in the theater was called Breaker.
I love that.
And he literally fights the whole town.
Yep. Now, it's a small town, but still.
It's a small town.
Still a lot of people.
But then we were talking about Jim Cotta.
Jim
Cotta.
The most impractical martial art ever.
Oh, my God.
Olympic level gymnast. Yeah, it's like the third act of the movie. He enters this town very eerily similar to Ballerina, and, well, thank God there's like a functioning pommel horse.
And these well-placed high bars that he could swing around.
Oh, of course. Because those just spring up in the wild.
But she goes through the whole town, shooting them not shooting her. And then she breaks into one building, and it happens to be the Armory in a town she'd never been to. Yeah, our scores were, I gave it a 3.3, which is just below rewatchable. Carter gave it a 3.91, which pushes it to rewatchable. If I was going to tell you to watch a movie that's better with a female lead, we already mentioned it, Atomic Blonde. For a female-led action movie, I can't think of one better.
One of Charlize Theron's top 5, I bet.
I've probably watched it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, she is great. I love her.
That one's so good. Now, because we dare to compare, all of these movies, John Wick and Ballerina, fall into our WASP genre.
Meaning?
War, westerns, action, adventure, and spies.
So WASP.
So anyway, number 1 on our list, and this is scores from all 3 of us, Mason included, was Hot Fuzz.
How do you even top that? That's not even fair.
Now this jumps up to number 2 is John Wick 2. So it just beats out John Wick. Next on the list is The Accountant, our favorite Ben Affleck movie, or mine for sure. Followed by Casino Royale from 2006.
Nice.
The Daniel Craig one, not the Peter Sellers one.
Oh. Whole other video.
Then John Wick 3 jumps in, followed by The Fall Guy and The Beekeeper. And then we get Ballerina, and finally John Wick 4. They're only different by 2.02 decimal places. So if one scene would have been better or worse, it would change.
Man.
We don't
down to the wire.
We don't like ties, so we score it to 5 minutes and make it happen.
Right.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.